The British royal family, a symbol of tradition and continuity, has long played a significant role on the global stage. Historically, members of the royal family have travelled far and wide to represent the United Kingdom at major international events. These royal tours, often filled with fanfare and protocol, have been a key aspect of their duties. However, recent years have seen a noticeable shift in this dynamic, particularly when it comes to the Prince and Princess of Wales. While the couple is undoubtedly dedicated to their royal responsibilities, they have become increasingly reluctant to embark on lengthy foreign trips. Their preference for staying closer to home and focusing on more meaningful engagements marks a departure from the traditional expectations of royal travel. This shift in attitude is not just about convenience or personal preference, it reflects broader changes in the royal family's approach to their duties. Royal tours, once seen as vital for strengthening diplomatic ties and engaging with the public, are now viewed by the Prince and Princess of Wales as less essential than before. This preference for staying at home is not a rejection of their royal roles but a reflection of evolving priorities, especially regarding family life and social causes. William and Catherine have always been deeply committed to their children and their roles as parents. The couple has made no secret of their desire to spend as much time as possible with their three young children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, who are growing up in the public eye but are, at heart, a private family. Their recent reluctance to participate in long royal tours can be seen as an attempt to preserve this precious family time. Indeed, Prince William's upcoming visit to Paris, scheduled for tomorrow, is somewhat of an exception to this pattern. At the request of the UK government, he will attend the grand reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral, an event that will mark the culmination of a 5-year restoration process following the devastating fire that nearly destroyed the iconic Parisian landmark. The fire, which began in April 2019, caused catastrophic damage to the cathedral, including the destruction of the historic oak roof and the collapse of the spire. Since then, the French government has overseen a massive restoration project, with the goal of returning the cathedral to its former glory. The upcoming reopening ceremony is expected to be a momentous occasion, not only for the people of France but for the global community as well. It will be attended by various world leaders, including US President-elect Donald Trump, French President Emmanuel Macron, and numerous other heads of state and government. For Prince William, attending such an important event is a rare exception to his usual approach. While he has always been committed to representing the UK at key events, royal tours abroad have not been his preferred way of fulfilling his royal duties. The reopening of Notre Dame is, however, a significant enough occasion to warrant his presence, especially given the international significance of the restoration and the presence of so many world leaders. This visit will also provide the first opportunity for William to meet with President-elect Trump since their last encounter in 2019, when Trump visited the UK for a state visit, hosted by the late Queen Elizabeth II. Their meeting will be a noteworthy moment, as it highlights the ongoing importance of diplomacy between the UK and the US, even as both nations navigate political transitions. The reluctance of William and Catherine to participate in traditional royal tours abroad has been well documented by royal insiders. Author Tina Brown, in particular, has discussed how the couple's preference for staying closer to home stems from their desire to avoid the stress and disruption that these tours often entail. While royal tours can be an exciting and glamorous part of the royal role, they also come with significant pressures, particularly for those with young children. For Princess Catherine, the challenge of balancing her public duties with her role as a mother has always been a central concern. As a result, the couple has increasingly focused on shorter, more targeted engagements rather than lengthy trips abroad. Their last major royal tour abroad took place in the spring of 2022 when they traveled to the Caribbean to mark Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. The tour was meant to strengthen the relationship between the UK and its Caribbean Commonwealth realms, but it quickly became embroiled in controversy. In several of the countries they visited, there was growing Republican sentiment, with some leaders calling for the removal of the monarchy as the head of state. Despite the challenges, the royal couple maintained a professional demeanor throughout the trip, engaging with local communities and attending various events. However, the negative backlash overshadowed the tour, and it became clear that the royal family needed to rethink its approach to international diplomacy. The trip highlighted the growing discomfort in some parts of the Commonwealth with the monarchy's continued role, especially in regions where the history of British colonialism is still a contentious issue. In the aftermath of the tour, William and Catherine returned to the UK, likely feeling the weight of the experience and the broader implications it had for the monarchy's future. This episode may have reinforced the couple's desire to stay closer to home and focus on causes that matter most to them. One of the most significant changes in recent years has been the royal family's increased focus on social issues rather than traditional royal duties. Prince William, in particular, has become a vocal advocate for addressing homelessness and mental health issues in the UK. He has consistently used his platform to raise awareness about these pressing concerns, and his work has resonated with the public. Unlike previous generations of royals, who may have been content to attend ceremonial events or cut ribbons at new openings, William and Catherine are now prioritizing causes that they believe can make a tangible difference in people's lives. As royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills points out, this shift is not just about personal preference but reflects a broader transformation in the monarchy's public image. In recent years, the royal family has become more socially engaged, with individual members backing causes that align with their personal values. For Prince William, his focus on mental health and homelessness is a reflection of his deep concern for the well-being of his fellow citizens. Princess Catherine, too, has been a strong advocate for early childhood development, emphasizing the importance of a child's formative years. Queen Camilla has similarly focused on raising awareness about domestic violence, while King Charles has made food waste and poverty central to his charitable efforts. This shift toward social causes is seen as a welcome change by many, as it brings the royal family closer to the issues that matter most to modern society. The British public, increasingly concerned with social justice and inequality, has responded positively to the monarchy's more active engagement with these causes. Rather than simply fulfilling ceremonial roles, the royal family is now taking on more substantive, hands-on work in areas that have a direct impact on people's lives. This marks a significant departure from the traditional royal role, which was often seen as detached from the everyday struggles of ordinary people. The Prince and Princess of Wales, despite their preference for staying closer to home, are still committed to representing the UK on the world stage. While long royal tours may not be their first choice, they continue to take on important diplomatic missions when the need arises. Their recent visit to Paris, while a rare occurrence, reflects their ongoing dedication to fulfilling their royal duties in a way that aligns with their values and priorities. In the years to come, it is likely that the couple will continue to strike a balance between their family life and their public roles, focusing on causes that are close to their hearts while remaining engaged with the global community. In conclusion, the evolving priorities of Prince William and Princess Catherine represent a broader shift in the royal family's approach to their duties. The focus on social causes, rather than traditional royal events, reflects a desire to make a meaningful impact on society while still fulfilling their roles as public figures. While international royal tours may no longer hold the same appeal as they once did, the couple's commitment to addressing the issues of homelessness, mental health, and childhood development shows that their influence and relevance continue to grow in new and meaningful ways. The future of the British monarchy may look different from the past, but it remains as important as ever.